welcome back to the Why We Disney podcast. Thank you once again for joining us and happy Wednesday. I don't want you guys to forget to subscribe to our newsletter. We are really pushing that forward this month, and for June, guys, we have a great newsletter coming out for you. So do not forget, click the link in our bio on our Instagram and it will take you right there. Make sure you subscribe to that. We have a really special guest prepared for you guys today. I'm going to stop rambling. We're going to go ahead and get started with today's episode. We hope that you guys enjoy.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the most magical podcast on the internet. It is your co-host, Kara. I am joined by my beautiful, lovely co-host, Kaycee, and a very special guest. We have Kelsey here on today.
Yay! Yeah. Hi, Kelsey, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, tired, living life.
You know, all the things.
All the things.
So before we get started, obviously, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate when small shops take the time to come on and support us so we can support you in return. And speaking of that, and for all of the supporters out there, tell them where they can find you on all of the social medias.
All the social medias. Okay, so I have an Instagram page. It's Dr. Princess Co, just DR. Like, actually, I should have said just DR because that's what it is. So DR Princess Co on Instagram. And then I have a Facebook. I'm definitely not as active on the Facebook as I am the Instagram, but that's the same thing. DR period this time, Princess Co. I know, getting wild. And then I just have my website, www.drprincessco.com.
Awesome. Thank you. And we will definitely have all of those socials linked on our YouTube account. So we always ask our listeners this one specific question: why do you Disney?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. I honestly, people think I'm so weird when I say this, but I lead a really stressful life between sometimes, being a caretaker at home, which is kind of more personal, a lot of people don't know about. And also I'm in medical school right now. So I have a lot of things going on, and Disney is just my moment of pure bliss. And I don't even know how to formulate it into words sometimes, but it's when I'm wearing a Disney shirt, or when I go to Disney, or when I make something Disney, it's just one thing I can do that kind of blocks out everything and allows me to just kind of get in with the magic and get into my happy vibe.
The Disney bubble, if we shall. Now I'm just putting this together. Your handle, Dr. Princess Co?
Yeah.
Okay. Medical school, Dr. Disney. Oh my God. It all makes sense.
Sometimes I wonder if it's really hard for people to figure out, I don't know, but it's
before knowing you, DR to me could have been initials. So I didn't recognize it as doctor first.
That's true. But I like that, because then that's when people know me and get me, it's aha.
See? Get it?
So I see what you did there.
Oh my God. Well, the heart of the Why We Disney podcast is obviously to bring you guys, the listeners, the latest and greatest news on everything Disney, but we love uplifting small shops such as your own. And I know Kaycee and I can agree that yours is one of our favorites. From the wine corks to the Disney themed pillows, the headbands, the ears, the masks, scrunchies, the dog collar bandanas. Can we talk about this? I just need to know from the beginning, the inspiration. How did Dr. Princess Co come to life?
Yeah, so my shop actually came to life in my super teeny tiny college apartment room. I was a sophomore in college, and I actually got gifted a Disney item from another Etsy shop from one of my best friends in college. And she was kind of I feel like you're super crafty, and I feel like you could totally make Disney things and run your Etsy shop on the side and pay for school. And I was like, wow, that's a really great idea. Because I've always been pretty like hands-on crafty. If you ask me to draw something, no way, can't do it, not skilled. But in terms of crafting, like I've always done that. So it just kind of like the ball started rolling from that. And I kind of thought about different things I wanted to make, and here we are.
And today is the day.
So you said that you started your sophomore year of college. So how long now? How many years, months has this been going?
So I just finished up my second year of med school. So it was from my second year of college to my second year of med school. So about 4 years, but I really didn't start, like I didn't start my Instagram page. I didn't start pushing. I didn't start doing any of that until last year, kind of when COVID happened. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. Like it was more, I always had a job. And so the shop was kind of like a side thing for me. And then when COVID happened and I also like was in med school, it kind of became something that was more like, oh, actually, like you could actually work, like push this and it be a thing for you. And yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I know we're talking about this, like we're talking about it now, and we're releasing this in June of 2021. COVID started March, well, kind of before then, but officially March of 2020. So I feel like this topic of COVID and starting of Etsy shops and everything will still be with us like in years to come.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, it's like funny because I feel like, oh, I've had my shop for a really long time, but it like COVID actually was kind of a blessing for me, which don't hate me for saying that. But it was something that really pushed me to be like, you know what, Kelsey, you could really like take this off and do more. And that's what I did.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I feel like if COVID gave us anything, it gave us time, like time that we didn't have before. Like, would you agree?
Yes.
I do have a quick question, Kelsey. And now in the next segment, we're going to get into like, let's talk business. But do you still have your Etsy shop, or is it just the website now?
So the thing, I have my Etsy shop. I only have 2 more listings on there. I was kind of like leaving things on there to transition out because for the listeners, every time you post a listing on Etsy, they charge you. Yes. So it was like, I already kind of got charged for posting the listing. I might as well leave things up and see if they sell. So I'm kind of like on the flip end, but recently I've kind of been going back and forth in my head about keeping the Etsy and the website. And so I kind of decided my Etsy is going to be for like ready to ship items that I maybe had for a little bit, and I'm going to post them with free shipping and, kind of try to like move out my stock. And my website's going to be where all my newer stuff is.
Interesting. I wondered
that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's just the iceberg of everything that we have coming in this episode. Again, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty, but first, let's pause for a quick ad break.
All right, guys, welcome back. So in the last segment, we talked a little bit about business, but now I want to jump right into your small shop, Kelsey. Obviously, Kara said this before, but this is one of my absolute favorite small shops on Instagram right now. Like, she is my like official mask supplier. Like, my all-time favorite mask I love to wear in the parks are Dr. Princess Co. So just to lead into that, Kelsey, what is like the most popular product in your shop right now?
100% headbands. Headbands. And for a while, like the masks were super popular and the headbands and the masks were kind of like, but I think that was just because everyone needed a mask. But in terms of my best sellers, headbands, like 10,000%. And that's why it's like, sometimes I try and come out with other products and then I'm like, but now I don't have time to make as many headbands and the people want the headbands.
Give the people what they want.
I'm like, I don't know what to do.
That is so funny. So with the headbands, what is like your most famous like fabric right now? Because I know you have like a ton of really cool Disney fabric.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Like the one that sells out like all the time.
Well, so this will be a good plug for how to explain my shop for a second. So I usually only get patterns in one time. And so once they're gone, they're gone. I've had a couple exceptions where I've been able to get the fabric again, but I kind of like, so everything in that sense is kind of limited edition, So, I mean, like things sell out pretty well. They sell out pretty fast. I would say like, the tangled headbands, like I had lanterns, like the tangled lanterns, and a Pascal. Those ones went like really fast. But sometimes I get patterns that I think are going to go fast and they don't. So it's whatever y'all are feeling.
Whatever we're feeling. And I will say another quick plug for Dr. Princess Co. is these headbands that she's talking about. Like I work out in them and they don't slide. Like it's the craziest thing. I've never owned a headband that doesn't slide back. And if you're watching us on YouTube, Kelsey's bobbing her head around,
shaking my head.
It's really great. Like I don't know how you do or what you do it, and it's not the fabric because there's like 10,000 fabrics that you sell. It's just how you make them. So quick plug there.
Good to hear.
I'm a personal user. Okay, if it's not obvious already.
Love it.
All right. So Kelsey, do you have like currently, can you like sneak peek on the podcast, like an exclusive? Do you have any like new products maybe coming soon that our listeners can be looking out for?
Well, I'm in my room, so I can't sneak anything to the YouTube watchers. Yeah. So I have a couple ideas in my head, but I haven't actually put them to like the test yet.
Yeah.
I recently just went on a vacation. And so I've kind of been thinking about like maybe getting into like a little bit of travel accessory type thing. Like I already make pillows. So I was kind of thinking maybe make like a travel pillow or like a heating pad. I actually made myself a heating pad and those are always nice. And Disney ones are cute. And I don't know. I mean, they just pop in my head and I kind of just do it as I do it. I'm not a big planner when it comes to my shop because I am in med school and I'm one of those people, like once I have an idea, I have to do it. And that's not good for my med school, thing if I just keep doing product things as I think of them. So travel accessories are coming. Other things, I'll let you know when they come to my head.
Have you ever thought about possibly some like 50th pattern designs or like
I have one of those coming.
Okay.
I do.
Because I'm thinking like those like the pastelic, like I don't even know the descriptive word for this 50th design, the new costumes and Remy and those throw pillows would be so cute.
Yeah, so I bought some 50th fabric, so that'll definitely come. Custom fabric takes like about 2 to 3 months to turn around. So I ordered that, when I could, and I hope that it should come actually this month or next month. And that'll be something I'll get out fast is releasing that fabric. And then I do have Remy fabric. I was prepared for that. So I have my Ratatouille headbands and masks. They're actually already on the site right now. So that'll be something good. And I was trying to play out right. I was trying to plan that one and I did a pretty good job of that. So yeah.
Sure did. You did do a good job with that. Geez. Okay. So as far as COVID, I want to know like how it impacted your business, if it impacted it in a positive way. We talked about that a few minutes ago, but also if it impacted it in a negative way as well. I kind of just want to know that journey for you because it was different for everyone,
Right. Yeah. So kind of as I said before, like it impacted me in positive ways. As I said, I think I had more time. I had, I did not have more access to resources. And I think that's the only thing that really was hard. Like when I say to you guys now, custom fabric takes 2 to 3 months to turn around. It was turning around in like 6 to 8 months. Like it was ridiculous. And so there was a time where I was like, I literally have no fabric to make new items like right now. And then you'd go to Joann's, you could find nothing. Like it was like everybody and their mother was buying all the fabric because they were trying to make masks and sell masks and everything like that. And, like I was established before COVID. So for me, like that was something that definitely I was like, okay, what the heck? Like stop taking my fabric. But, but I mean, it was just an adjustment. but it was COVID and the Joann's issue that really pushed me more into custom fabric. And that was a cool new door for me to open, because I was really hesitant to do so, because custom fabric is a lot more expensive, like 3 to 4 times more expensive than just getting fabric somewhere else. And so that was kind of something where I struggled with too, because I was like, I'm going to have to raise prices on some things. I don't know if that's going to make people mad, but I think people are really receptive to the really cool, cuter patterns. And so I haven't had any issues with that. And then shipping was taking forever and ever and ever. I think everybody knows that. But I mean, I have to say overall, I think COVID really positively impacted my business.
Good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. I know like it wasn't for some businesses, so I'm just proud. Like that's really awesome. And I know like I had a ton of like small shops that I'd ordered from during COVID, like DM me, and they're kind of like, listen, I'm so sorry, but like I know it said like it was going to ship this day, but like it might ship 2 weeks later. Like I have no idea. So it's just so unknown, like that whole thing,
Right. And especially like during the holiday time, like for me, it was really hard for me to decide, when to do like a holiday cutoff, when to do, for orders. And sometimes like I had one package that just like disappeared off the face of the planet. And luckily, it was one of my current brand reps. She wasn't a brand rep at the time, but she is now. It was her package, and it like didn't show up for like 3 months. And then out of the blue, it just delivered. Like we thought it was lost. I'm like, there's no way this thing's coming. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know what to do, but got there eventually. So like, it was just weird, just a weird time.
And I wonder how like the liquidation sale is going to happen with masks, with everyone getting vaccinated and Disney doesn't have the thing anymore. I'm wondering, Kelsey, I don't know if you can speak on this, but if shops are going to start like, buy it for $1. Like I still need to make a profit, because people are going to need masks eventually. And I'm sure a lot of shops stocked up on inventory.
Yeah. So I will say I have to pat myself on the back for this one. I never pre-make masks. Really? So being in healthcare, I knew there would be a time when the vaccine would come out and everything was going to change. I didn't know when that time was going to be, but I really I do not pre-make masks. And I also think there's something to be said for like having a mask like sit around like and by itself and like be there for a little bit. I mean, I know people wash them, but like I just like to take my fresh fabric and make the mask as it's ordered. But I've been going back and forth over and over again, am I going to take masks off completely? Am I going to leave them? Like, I'm not going to make new ones. I can tell you guys that I'm going to have the fabric. If you guys want to request a mask in that fabric, I'm more than happy to take the custom request for a mask, but you won't be seeing new masks from Dr. Princess Co. moving forward. But like I said, if I have the fabric, just send me a message. I'll make it for you, no problem. But I definitely think masks are just going to be gone pretty soon. I mean, the people who are going to continue wearing them, I feel like probably have a nice stockpile already. So, but I mean, I want to keep wearing them because I think they're cute, and I get to because I get to wear them in the hospital. But I mean, for other people,
it just stresses me out. It's a whole nother accessory to match. Like now I got to match the ears, the shirt, the mask, the shit. It's too much.
Oh, see, I loved it. I'd be like, what mask and headband am I going to wear today, y'all?
Black mask it is.
Well, see, it's a good thing when your scrubs are solid color and you pretty much you got a good thing going there.
Oh my gosh.
That is hilarious. Oh my word. Well, Kelsey, so this next and last question I have is actually one of my favorite questions that we ask small shop owners. But if you could give one piece of advice to someone out there who is listening, who wants to start a small shop, but is like super scared, super hesitant, whatever it may be, what advice would you give them?
Yeah. So my number one piece of advice, and then I'll kind of spin off it a little bit, is make things that you love and that you would buy and that you would be okay keeping. That's kind of been my strategy, because chances are, like, if you love it, someone else out there is going to love it too. Don't be scared to open up a shop, especially if you start through the Etsy platform. It's really easy. It's kind of like worry-free. It's not a huge investment at all. Like, that's a great starting place. That would definitely be my advice. Start on Etsy, like, and test it out, figure out your groove, and then, just really do something that you're passionate about, that you love, and do something that makes you happy. Because I can't tell you how many times I've started a product, made like 10 of them, and been like, I absolutely despise when people order these. Like, now I have to make this. Like, I don't want to do that. And so, like, if chances are, if y'all have seen a product come and go at Dr. Princess Co., it's because I want to throw it against the wall when I sew it. Like, some things are just so difficult to make. So, like, if it's going to stress you out, don't make it. That's my other side advice for people wanting to start a business.
I can't. So, during my Closet Royale shop, when I had that opened, I I made the designs, and I had a warehouse make it. But I just remember my sorority days of making my Greek letters and like sewing them on and like puppy painting them. No, absolutely not. I could not like make my own products. There's absolutely no way. I don't want to make that stuff for myself, and I'm not going to make it for other people, because like I'd have to do it right. And no, too much.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm like such a I'm definitely a perfectionist, and I've had to like chill myself out, because I'm like, okay, like it's fine. Like, just, you can get it done, and then you look at it, and if you need to fix anything, then you can fix it. But like, chances are you don't have to, like, every stitch does not have to be like 100 seconds worth of one stitch. Like, you can go a little faster and it'll turn out okay. But yeah, some things are just like really annoying to make.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, those things can stress us out, Kelsey, but I'm going to tell you what doesn't stress us out is Disney and our little Disney bubble. So we're going to end the podcast here just with a couple like rapid fire questions, the general Disney ones. So let's start off out of the 4, favorite park.
That's a terrible one to start out with. I don't have one, and I hate when people ask me that, and I feel like I can't choose. It's like if you have kids and you have to choose your favorite kid. Like, I can't. But I mean, I don't know. I'm really into Hollywood Studios right now, and that was my least favorite park for my whole life. Like, that one was hands down my least favorite. I didn't even go. Like, I hated that park, but now I love it. So
we have parts of different parks.
Yeah.
Parts of different parks that are our favorite for different reasons.
Exactly.
So I get it. Okay. Well, you're probably not going to like this next one, but your favorite ride?
Space Mountain.
Ooh, fast. That's the answer.
I like that one. What?
Any specific reason?
I feel like, I love the thrill rides. And I just feel like there's none other like it. Like, I can go on a lot of roller coasters outside, but like, how cool is it inside? And I've also always had this weird fascination with space. Like, I think it's so cool. So that probably helps.
Love it.
I feel like things are coming at my face when I ride Space Mountain. I'm like,
I'm
why?
ducking.
I love it. I'm like, ooh. I'm like bob and weave in the cart, but it's great. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the next one, favorite character, Disney or Pixar?
Yeah, that's a really, really hard one too. I feel like I have to say Rapunzel. I own everything Rapunzel, and I think it was because when I was in college, I actually I started a club with some other girls, and we founded it, and it was called Royal for a reason. And the girl who like came up with the idea, she is a Disney influencer on Insta. So I love her. Shout out. But
what's her name?
It's the Princess and the Churro.
Oh, okay.
Her name's Rochelle. I love Rochelle. But anyway, we were in this princess club together and I was Rapunzel. And we would go and we would visit the children's hospital and go to the public library and do all that kind of stuff. And so I felt like, I had to learn her persona and everything. And it made me feel a lot more connected to her in the movie.
I love that. See,
But that was the best.
Bring happiness to everyone. It's great. Something else that brings happiness is the Disney snacks. So what is your favorite Disney snack?
So actually, when I went to Magic Kingdom last, I tried a cream cheese Mickey pretzel. And I have to say that is my new favorite snack. It was so good.
Where'd you get
it? It's in the what's the landing pad? I think that's what it's called.
Okay, Tomorrowland
at Magic Kingdom. Yeah. And that was good. And I tried it with a friend who didn't even like cream cheese, and she was like, "Okay, I would get this." So
got it.
Pretty good.
So another question. Speaking of Tomorrowland, if you could spend one day in one land, where would it be? A little more specific than the park.
I have to say Fantasyland, just because I love, like, my favorite classic is Peter Pan, and I love princesses and everything like that. So I guess I'd have to go with that. I'm ditching my favorite ride, but it's okay.
It's all good. And, it's fine. And then the last question we have for you is, obviously, you're such an amazing small shop and we love supporting you, but could you give a shout out to any other shops that you like or follow or want to support?
Oh my goodness, I feel like if I forget them, they're gonna yell at me. Well, so I love 32 and 36. Haley is phenomenal, and I've met her in person, and that was awesome, and she's so awesome. And Danielle from Maddie on Main Street, she makes these awesome watch bands. I have one on for the YouTubers; they can see it. Pretty much always wearing one of her watch bands. It's become like my new favorite thing to pick out in the morning. And I like to get a lot of stickers from Golden Girl Crafts. I like her stickers, and I get a lot of my cups from Christy's Creations and Midwest Mouse. I could go on all day.
That's awesome. Thank you for shouting those out, and we'll make sure that the listeners have information. We will tag all of those on our Instagram as well.
Awesome. I do a small shop Sunday or Saturday on my page too, just to highlight other shops that I love and I'm obsessed with too. So you can always find more that I forgot to mention there.
I love that. And our listeners and our viewers, please do not think that that's a fad. Like small shop Saturday, like it's not something that just influencers do. It's genuine people wanting to get information out about shops. And like, I want people to find products. Well, not my favorite products, because those are for me, but I want people to find products that I love too. And like meet people like you that are just so enthusiastic about Disney and about life and just wanting to spread happiness and joy.
Yep. Same.
I agree. I love that you said that, Kara. It's the heart of what we do. And I just, Kelsey, like, I cannot thank you enough for coming on and just taking the time out of your day to just sit and record with us and talk about Disney and your shop. Like, I thank you. Thank you.
I'm having a blast right now. I get to do my happy talks about Disney, and you guys are so fun to talk to.
Well, remind the listeners again where they can find you so they can check out your small shop.
Instagram is my best and favorite platform, and it's Dr. Princess Co. That's the name, the handle. And then you can find me on Facebook at Dr. Princess Co. And you can go to www.drprincessco.com, and that's where I'll be.
Well, perfect. Thank you again. So we always tell everyone, like, hey, Shop Disney is really great, but every chance you get, please make sure that you shop small. If you don't know where to shop, we have a ton of shops that we can recommend to you. So just shoot us a DM and we will definitely point you in the direction. And obviously, Kelsey, we're going to blow you up on the week that your episode releases. So I'm so excited about that. But thank you again for being with us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it as much as you're saying you appreciate me, which is kind of funny.
No, definitely. The podcast page is most definitely. I'll make it soon. We'll have to have it's not a blog post. What's an article? What are those things called anymore? a guide. We'll make a guide. There it is. Of all the small shops that we've collaborated with so far. So you can go through our posts and find Dr. Princess Co. and just the wonderful things and like all these other shops that we talked to, and just make a guide, literally, because there's so many new people coming to the Disney community too, especially with all new DCP members coming out and making accounts. So that's a whole new episode coming soon, I promise. But for our listeners and our viewers, thank you so much for joining us on this amazing Wednesday. Follow Dr. Princess Co., like actual doctor, get it, DR, haha. But of course, follow us as well on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Y'all know the drill. I don't have to drill it into you. But have you subscribed to us on YouTube channel? If not, that means you're not looking at our wonderful faces right now. So make sure to subscribe to not only our YouTube channel, but also our newsletter, where you can get all the information about Disney and all the fun stuff. Until then, I'm Kara, we have Kaycee and Kelsey, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.